This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, June 15th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Stephanie and Brandon. We're looking a little morbid today, huh, guys? But the sun is shining. We feel good.
I feel like summer. I've been singing that song all morning for some reason. Yeah, it's summer
I'm
jam.
gonna let him sing it rather than me because I would butcher it even more than Brandon just did.
Do you have a summer jam like when it comes on?
Anything Justin Bieber's been releasing recently, I'm not gonna lie.
I knew we were best friends. Steph.
Honestly, anything by Biebs, I'm feeling it.
Well, now I'm feeling it. Let's get right into it. The once cherished queen of Twitter, Chrissy Teigen, has had a fall from grace just after she apologized for her past cyber-bullying of Courtney Stodden. Project Runway designer Michael Costello posted a Twitter conversation he had with Chrissy back in 2014. After an online hoax labeled him a racist, Chrissy came at him. She said, quote, "Racist people like you deserve to suffer and die. You might as well be dead. Your career is over. Just watch," end quote. Then Teen Mom alum Farrah Abraham spoke out saying she got a nasty tweet from Chrissy and has yet to hear an apology. This one reads, "Farrah Abraham now thinks she's pregnant from her sex tape. In other news, you're a bleep and everyone hates you. Whoops, not other news, sorry." Meanwhile, Chrissy's husband, John Legend, posted heart emojis on screen grabs from the apology on her Instagram. So what do you guys think of this? Does she deserve forgiveness for all these tweets that she's putting out? Because she was, we said in the beginning, the queen of Twitter, right?
The queen of clapback. Now
That's
you're getting
right.
clapped back. You know, no need to come out with an apology after this. You said it. This is how you've built your brand. And remember what a couple months ago, it was like, oh, Chrissy Teigen's leaving Twitter. Chrissy Teigen's leaving Instagram. I have a feeling she knew something. A storm was brewing. A storm was coming.
So that's why.
And they started that whole sympathy, like, you know, I want sympathy, I want empathy. That whole tour started. So come on, girl.
Why do you think she quit for like 2 weeks? I think.
It wasn't
days, a weekend.
As though it was going to be forever, and then, like you said, it was. I think it was maybe a ploy just so everyone followed her even more or like went back. But I think, like Brandon just said, I think that's done more damage than good because now people are scrolling back and digging up through everything. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. I'm not going to lie.
So do you think there's a road for her for redemption? I always, you know, listen, I say this all the time.
I think everyone can change.
Right. I would be a hypocrite if I said there wasn't, right? But no longer the queen. You got to get demoted at least in that hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Run with it.
Just
run with it. Who cares? Are you not going to watch? I wasn't watching a Chrissy Teigen TV show, magazine, anything she put out. I wasn't watching it for the beginning. So are you okay? So if she doesn't apologize, you still not going to watch?
I think she did apologize, but I think what she should have done is way back when with the first apology that she got called out for, I think she should have addressed everything then. Like her and her team should have gone through every single statement and then been like, right, we need to do a mass apology right now before anyone else calls us out. And then they didn't, and now other people are coming out and out and out and out. So I think it should have been addressed before.
I agree.
No, I'm sorry, Stephanie, because we got to keep that same standard for everything. Like, if we're going to go back, let's say there were some racist tweets from someone here or on our cast from the past, and all of a sudden, just because they come out with a mass apology in 2021, we're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just. We got to keep that double standard there.
No. But the thing is, in this instance, she accused someone of being racist, and it wasn't even real. That tweet never existed.
And
he never even did it, and she's got a big voice. And he said this was photoshopped. I didn't do it. And even Twitter took it all down, saying, "We know this isn't real."
Yep.
But then to go into someone's private messages, they were texting each other or whatever it was, and saying, "Go and die." I mean, that's another level of hatred and something a lot deeper inside. There's something wrong.
Well, I'm sure we'll keep an eye on this story for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of keeping an eye on things, if you can't get enough of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, well, good news because we got an update for you. The couple was out in Malibu over the weekend celebrating Jennifer's sister's birthday and turned some heads with their canoodling. Ooh. They were spotted kissing, and it looked very similar to the Bennifer we knew 17 years ago, except now J.Lo's got her 13-year-old kids, Max and Emma, with them, and it seems like they're one big happy family. So even though Alex Rodriguez was recently ousted from that family, he's moving on. He was seen leaving Kate Holmes' house. And rumors started swirling, of course, but we're going to set the record straight. He was just apparently looking for a new bachelor pad and hasn't even met Kate in person. But you know, people are all over that.
What's that thing you do? What's that?
They get those greasy pistons out.
Here's why I love Ben and J.Lo.
You got to say it. You got to say Bennifer.
I'll say it, Bennifer, because you know, looking at between COVID being more transparent and open about my life, and now watching this man 17 years later get Jenny from the block back like that. I went through my phone the other day. I may have hit up a couple exes or something like, hey, hey, if Ben and Jennifer can do it, we sure can do it.
You did not. Did you really
You
drop
did
that?
Absolutely.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely. I told you guys, I am a habitual drink and draker, which means I drink and then I listen to Drake, and you get all emotional, so you text an ex or you text a ex situationship. Stephanie, I tell you this all the time over coffee. This is nothing new to you, love. Like, come on now.
I know, but I didn't know this was still happening. I thought this was like done.
It was over, but Bennifer kind of brought it back.
Rekindled that spark.
Brought it
inside.
back. You see those two young hot kids?
I
They
think
look
that's
like they're in love.
literally 1 in a million chance. Literally 1 in a million chance of people getting with someone that they were with 13 years ago.
Wow.
Do you think this is going to stick?
For a while.
For a while?
I don't think they're going to get married or anything.
Oh, I don't know. The family seems to be. They seem to be.
I know the mum clearly likes him.
Hey, Ben, we better not see you doing any TikTok dances with her, though. That's a no-no.
It's
Do
gonna
not do
happen. Of
TikTok
course it's
dances.
gonna happen.
Man, no.
If there's a photo shoot and Ben Affleck's wearing a turtleneck in the family photo,
It's over.
it's over.
It's over.
That was the death of A-Rod.
That was the death. And remember they did the flip the switch TikTok video when he switched into her clothes, and he was doing it. I'm like, you're really trying to get this girl, man. Like, come on, A-Rod.
I think there's going to be a video.
Oh, I hope we find that video.
I'm looking for it. All right.
That's a no-go.
Country music singer Janet Kramer is doing anything but singing the blues after selling her wedding ring to pay for her new house renovations. So after a nasty split from ex-husband Mike Cawson, instead of giving herself a divorce present, she gave the money to interior designers and totally renovated the house they once shared. The wedding ring got her the new house renovations, but it also turns out she sold all the diamonds he gave her over the course of their relationship because they represented things that were no longer true.
Wow.
All right, so the question I want to get to, I'm happy she's happy. Let's move on.
Okay.
Not like Brandon in London. Don't start texting those exes.
Don't drink and drink.
Don't drink and drink. Would you return some of those rings, maybe your wedding ring? Would you split the money with your ex if you went through a bad divorce, or is that yours to keep because they were gifts?
I think so I feel like if you were just engaged, I would give it back. If you were married, I would see that as mine. So if I was married, I would probably sell the ring. I wouldn't want to keep it. Or a lot of people will change their engagement ring and they'll trade it or make it into earrings or something else. But I wouldn't want to keep that ring and what it meant, and I wouldn't wear it. And then it's a waste, isn't it? Just sell it and, like she did, renovate your house.
Right.
She doesn't want to live with all the same furniture, all the same memorabilia. She doesn't want to have to look at all of that every day. So good for her. Like, change it up, use it for the greater good of your greater good.
Okay, you went the fortune cookie route right there. Like, the girl's trying to build equity in the house. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no,
and if that's the way she's moving on, I feel like, though, if I'm the guy, when she resells some of that money that's in that escrow, like some of that money that you make from that, I need to get compensated for for buying you this ring.
You kind of put down a payment.
I put down the down payment for the renovations.
No, please.
You want an awning? That came from the ring.
Yeah, but you proposed to me and then cheated on me, so what do you expect? What do you want?
Should there be more of a clear-cut answer for things like that? Because they're not cheap, wedding rings and engagement rings.
No.
So it's up to the woman?
I mean,
You're
if
the
it was
married
a
one.
gift, it was
It always
a
is.
gift.
The answer is yes.
It was a gift. It was a gift. You don't reclaim gifts.
That's why I'm never getting divorced, because of those reasons.
Cheaper to keep it.
I'm sticking no matter what. All right, coming up on DBL, the Tokyo Olympics are a little more than a month away, and one American athlete has already been banned after chowing down on a burrito. We're going to tell you what's up. Or no, that's Stephanie's line. And a reporter goes rogue on live TV and throws her employer under the bus. What was she thinking? That's coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by Not Every.
Welcome back to DBL. Have you guys seen this? So a local news reporter in Houston named Ivory Hecker went rogue on live TV. She called out the Fox News station where she worked, saying they were muzzling her. Let's take a look.
I want to let you, the viewers, know that Fox Corp has been muzzling me to keep certain information from you, the viewers. And from what I'm gathering, I am not the only reporter being subjected to this. I am going to be releasing some recordings about what goes on behind the scenes at Fox because it applies to you, the viewers. I found a nonprofit journalism group called Project Veritas. It's going to help put that out tomorrow, so tune into them. But as for this heat wave across Texas, you can see what it's doing to AC units.
That was a heat wave? That was a weather segment?
That was a weird transition.
Wow.
That was a weird transition.
Tell me you're fired without telling me you're fired. That's what that was.
She said check back tomorrow. So we've been checking with Project Veritas and nothing has yet been published. But if you're curious what Project Veritas is all about, it's a far-right activist group founded by James O'Keefe that uses secret recordings to discredit media organizations and other groups. So you said it. What do you think about this reporter going rogue?
I mean, I see a lot of people doing that now. You know, with her doing that, obviously she knew what play she was about to make. So even if she gets fired, she knows she has another job lined up. And if anything, you're a martyr. Yeah, you're a hero for doing that. So
well, in some people's eyes.
In some people's eyes, she's a hero for doing that. So that recording, you gotta watch people.
She was prepared. That wasn't. I mean, it was rogue for obviously in the network. It was rogue for obviously the cameraman who didn't know what she was about to say and do. But she obviously has got some sort of evidence that she feels very strongly in, whether it was voice recordings or whatever else she said she's going to leak out. So,
all right, well, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to speculate what's going to happen with her. But have you guys ever had any mishaps on air that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that? Like the next day or later on that. Sometimes it happens to me when I'm in my car and I'm like, I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, that happened to me literally the other day. When I said about astronauts and I meant Neil Armstrong and I came out with Louis Armstrong.
My mom texted me and was like,
I literally couldn't get over it for like 48 hours. I was so ashamed of myself.
Well, okay, you just sparked the story. I told it yesterday, but remember the other day I couldn't say Shih Tzu, the dog Shih Tzu, we were doing that dog story?
Yeah.
And I said Shih Tzu, I was trying to make it more complicated. Yeah. I went home that night and I was like, why did I say Shih Tzu? Guess what I was eating? I'm not even joking. I was by myself. I was eating shishito peppers. And I'm like, oh, they were left over, and that's why I said Shih Tzu, because I was trying to make it more complicated than it was. But it was like a light bulb moment.
Hey, ever since
it all happens to all of us.
No one's buying that.
Ever since you bought this house, you've been really fancy lately. What's the Shih-Tzu picture? Like charcuterie plates and all. Like, who are you,
Shishito
man?
peppers.
Who are you, man?
They're really good.
What happened to black-haired Jeff, man?
You never went out for sushi, you got shishito peppers?
Yeah, they're so good.
They're just like peppers that you kind of sear?
Like put a bit of seasoning on them.
Where y'all go eat at?
Dude, fancy.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Man, we're still talking about the viral.
Yeah, let me get one more of these. Speaking of on-air mishaps, another one is going viral, and it's out of Namibia. A quick warning, there is a rather long, awkward pause. Take a look.
And for more on this, Jessica. Good afternoon, Jessica. Good evening. When we speak about sports, we are hearing that Coca-Cola will be fighting in Saturday. No, you're not going to do that. You're just going to greet me and then you say, take it away. You're not going to do that. Jessica, we're alive.
The pause makes it worse. Listen, I've noticed like throughout the years, if you make a mistake, you got to lean into it, right? You got to just lean into it. Yeah. Except you made that mistake. Brandon, you got any stories?
When I first started this show, I believe it was like a couple months into the show, like you're trying to learn, you know, me, I'm this raw, unfiltered thing, and I'm like, oh, this is why they hired me. You know, just go up there and say what you want. And there's words that used to be appropriate to say that you can't say. And I said it, and you guys kept telling me to stop. And I'm like, no, I can't, I'm not gonna, like, what do you mean? You can't say that word? Like, I was locked into my head, like, what you guys are wrong, I wasn't right. Man, the DMs, the comments that night, were crazy, but remember the whole Taylor Swift with Erica Cobb, think Taylor Swift, Scooter Braun, when all the Swifties came after me and when the DMs were popping. I had 2 days of just clapping back with like 13-year-olds in their mom's basements, like, oh, you suck, Taylor's goddess. Like, okay, listen, okay, your braces are horrible.
We all make mistakes, and I think everybody's learning that in 2021.
You have
right?
to.
Some things that I didn't even know had like negative connotations too, you know. I'm learning too. I think we're all learning. We're live on air, so it's not necessarily we meant to be hurtful. It's like I didn't know that. We all learn and grow from it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, what a nice lesson. All right, coming up on DBL, why a burrito got an American athlete banned from the upcoming Olympics. We'll be right back.
We all know. Here with your fast fact. The White House is making a push to vaccinate 70% of Americans by Independence Day. Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff tweeted that you can get a free ride and childcare for a vaccine appointment. So let's verify. Can you get free transportation and childcare to get vaccinated? Our sources are rideshare companies Lyft and Uber, the Centers for Disease Control, and the YMCA. In May, Lyft and Uber announced they'll give anyone a round-trip ride to a vaccine site in any city they serve. It's a partnership with the White House to help remove barriers that could stop someone from getting vaccinated. Another hurdle is childcare. The CDC has a list of providers who will watch your kids for a few hours, including the YMCA's in more than 500 communities, for free while you get your shot. So we can verify it's true. You can get free transportation and childcare to get vaccinated. Many of the programs end July 4th. With your Fast Fact, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to DBL. Are you guys excited for the Olympics?
They're still having those?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, okay.
The games in Tokyo are just 38 days away, Brandon, but there's still a lot of uncertainty, like if there will be any spectators in the stands. They've already decided no foreign fans are allowed to watch, but we're still waiting to hear if any local people will be allowed. I hope they are. I hope they are. Meantime, a U.S. runner named Shelby Houlihan has been banned from the sport for 4 years following a positive drug test. Now get this. She says it was a false positive and blames something she ate, specifically a pork burrito, which she says naturally contains high amounts of the drug that led to her positive test. Former NFL athlete, are you buying this?
I would never throw Chipotle under the bus. Absolutely not. But here's the thing, because remember, it was A-Rod. Remember when A-Rod got in trouble? He tried to say it was B12 injections. But then the horse trainer, remember the horse trainer, Bob something.
Baffert?
they retested the horse, and the horse was actually negative, tested negative. Remember that? So
wait, this recent one?
Just recent one.
No,
after
he got a second positive test.
No, but after they retested him after the actual event, it was a negative test, and then there was a second positive. Okay. So I kind of. I'm leaning with her a little bit.
I think she should be allowed to be tested again.
You should, absolutely.
Well, listen, I don't know where she got that burrito. You were joking around with Chipotle, but how much, if this is true, and it did come from that pork, how much steroids or things are they putting in the meat that we eat?
Oh my gosh. When I moved to America, I literally didn't eat meat for months because I couldn't stand the taste because it tasted that fake coming from Europe.
Really?
You could taste it. When my mom and dad come and visit me, they don't like the taste of meat here. They're like, why does it taste so plastic? Honestly, it's true. I 100% can believe this to be true.
I don't like the taste of y'all's eggs in the UK.
What, because they're fresh and
No, you guys, they're runny. They're too runny with you guys' eggs.
Because they're real.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Wait, we have fake eggs here?
Everything's like all battery farms and like all the yellow oak is modified and all sorts here. It's gross.
What color's your yolk?
It's more orange.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right.
What do you eat with breakfast? We're taking this in a weird place. But wait, there's like eggs and you eat something weird.
Oh, eggs and bacon.
And beans.
And
you
beans,
put beans.
that's what it was.
You put beans with it. The magical fruit.
Beans are amazing.
So you eat beans with your breakfast?
Oh, yeah.
And your weird orange eggs?
Oh, yeah. You wait until you try it. Don't knock it till you tried it.
Yeah. It's good.
It is good.
Not the eggs. But I don't understand. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the matter at hand. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you get that much pork? Because I grew up in Virginia, we had chitlins, we eat bacon, we even put the little hog moths in our collard greens.
I just think if
I've never tested positive.
I mean, if she's telling the truth, that is very scary, and it would make me like really reconsider eating meat. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, listen, I hope it's not. I hope she retests because it's only 38 days away, and that would be a
I don't get extra guac because it's expensive. So just think what extra pork might have cost her.
Ooh, an Olympic
medal.
Gold medal.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Traffic, and more specifically rush hour, is returning as people head back to work in person. But researchers are seeing a difference. Streetlight data looked at traffic patterns in big cities. It found by March of this year, morning rush hour traffic had rebounded, but it still wasn't at pre-pandemic levels. Instead, traffic built slowly throughout the day, culminating in a big afternoon rush. Researchers have some theories about this new pattern. They think people who continue to work from home are not necessarily staying at home. They are emerging in the afternoon to head to coffee shops, on-site meetings, or simply running errands. That can create a worse evening rush hour than its morning counterpart. All this is important to figure out as states and cities plan for the future. They need to know what projects to fund to ease traffic troubles. Some experts predict the post-pandemic workdays will be a mix, with some offices offering a hybrid of work from home and in person, which could make it even harder to predict what your commute will look like.
DBL is your daytime destination. Fully agree with this. We're chatting with the stars. Have you checked in on Lori Loughlin?
You must have read my mind. I've never felt better or been in a better place in my life. I think the director yelled cut.
And talking about what everyone is talking about.
It's a real thing.
And I thought it was great.
I'm here for it.
Why is anybody surprised? I tell you what, polarizing for sure. DBL is all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. If you want to save money on your auto insurance, we're sharing 3 simple steps in today's Bang for Your Buck presented by The Hartford. First, improve your credit score. It plays a huge role in your rate. Second, bundle your policies. You can save money by bundling 2 or more policies together like auto and home insurance. And lastly, get a safer car. Ones with safety and security features like an alarm can help lower your premium. We've made it easy for you for quality and affordable insurance. The Buck's got your back. The Hartford will be happy to provide you solutions. Call the Hartford at 1-800-684-6085 or visit thehartford.com to learn more.
The Buck just told us to get a Volvo.
Yeah.
He said get a safer car. That when I think of safe cars, first thing, Volvo. Bam.
Really?
Yeah.
When you got if you want to be a true Coloradian, how do you say that?
Coloradian?
Coloradian.
Coloradan?
Yeah.
You got to drive a Volvo. We all got it wrong, by the way.
No, they drive a lot of Subarus here.
Is it Subaru? You're right, it is Subaru.
I see so many Subarus.
You're right, it's
here.
Subaru with the 3 stars?
Yeah,
I totally screwed that up.
Really? That is like a Colorado car to me. That's
Yeah,
what I
that
think
is. You're
of.
right. I screwed it up. Not Volvo, Subaru.
I've
When
yet
I
to
think
see
of
a
Volvo,
Subaru.
I think of Ed from Edward Stark from Twilight, and he's like whizzing round. That wasn't safe.
He drove a Volvo?
Yeah, he drove a very nice Volvo.
Safe car, smart man.
Very
Stark. I love it.
interesting
That's it,
show.
Stark.
I don't know. We got to go. We'll see you guys tomorrow,
Bye.
same time, same place.